Hi, this is here John Divertidazo, and I will discuss to you the case of Elizabeth del Carmen versus spouses Restituto Sabordo with GR number 181723, dated August 11, 2014. Facts of the case. The spouses Hueco entered into a rice and corn mill business venture. They were obtained a loan from the Development Bank of the Philippines and mortgaged 4 parcels of land. They failed to pay their obligations, forcing DBP to foreclose the mortgage, and to which they also failed to redeem, so the latter consolidated its ownership. However, DBP later allowed them to repurchase the subject lots by way of a conditional sale. They were unable then to pay monthly installments. Threatened with the cancellation of the conditional sale, they sold their rights over the said properties to wherein respondents. Toribio Sueco died leaving his widow, Prosenia, and other legal heirs. Later, they discovered that respondents mortgaged to Republic Planters Bank, as of which subsequently became delinquent. Thereafter, alleging that they are ready to pay 127,500 pesos but cannot determine as to whom. Petitioners filed a complaint with the RTC seeking to compel respondents and RPB to interplead and litigate themselves. Then heirs of Sueco deposited the said amount on the RTC. Issue: whether or not the obligation has been extinguished. The ruling of the case: no, the obligation has not been extinguished. In order for consignation to be valid, a tender of payment should be made and must be properly notify the creditor. In the case, petitioners, upon making the deposit with the RTC, did not ask that respondents be notified to receive the amount that they have deposited. In fact, there was no tender of payment. Instead, what petitioner and her co-heirs prayed for is that respondents and RPB be directed to interplead with one another to determine their alleged respective rights. It is settled that compliance with the requisites of a valid consignation is mandatory. Failure to comply strictly with any of the requisites according to Article 1256 of the Civil Code will render consignation void. And that's the case for Elizabeth del Carmen versus spouses Sabordo. Again, this is here John Divertidazo. Thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.